All right, what is up, everybody? I hope y'all can see me. I'm too lazy to go upstairs to film it where there's actually more light, or even to bother to get up. But I see that y'all can kind of see me, so I think we good. We good. Yeah. So up first tonight, I wanted to touch on Iyanla Vanzant's "Fix My Life's." She's done a series of called what is House of Healing, and I think it is very, very important, especially to the Black community. Because we all know that in the Black community, one of the stigmas that comes with being in the Black community is acknowledging when we have a mental health issue and we don't want to address it. Because there is some sort of shame that comes with that. When I was going through some things and I was telling some people that I wanted to see someone, people be like, "Oh my God, you should pray. You should pray about it." Hey Danielle, I see that you're on, but that's just par for the course, though. That's just par for the course. But I really enjoyed this episode. I know some people don't like Iyanla Vanzant. One of my friends in particular is a mental health professional. She says that she's aggressive, and I'm just like, "Hey Maria, I see that you're on." But yeah, so it was a really good episode, and so I just wanted to touch on that. Hey, let's see, we got Maria and we got Maria. Oh, good, y'all can hear me. Okay, hey Maria, what's up, girls? So I'm just kind of doing a list of random topics tonight, but I want to touch on Iyanla Vanzant's Fix My Life, House of Healing series that she's doing. This one was interesting because not a lot, because I know who she is, but I really didn't know who she was because I'd heard the name before. But there were quite a few people that are attached to celebrities that were on this episode. And one in particular, I don't know if you grew up in the 90s, Boys to Men of the 90s, it was 4 of them, right? It was 4. And then there became 3. And the one that we call Bass is the one that kind of left the group. And I always thought it was because he had scoliosis and was having some health issues, and which he was, but he never really addressed them directly with the group. Instead, he kind of just dealt with it in his own way, where he became detached and uninvolved and ultimately kicked out of the group. And he feels some type of way towards the group. So Iyanla Vanzant's going to help him work through that. This other chick that I'm talking about, she was engaged to Rick Ross, Maybach Music, Rick Ross. He was engaged to Lyra Galore, who became this big time stripper at 18. And at 20 some years old, 21 years old, she's engaged to somebody like Rick Ross. So she has daddy issues. That's why she dealt with older men, because Rick Ross got to be in his 30s or 40s? I don't know. And you're 20, 21 dating this man. Her father, his name is Terrence, he really disturbed me because he does not want to take ownership of his part in what led to his daughter's lifestyle. Iyanla Vanzant is so funny to me because she threw shade at him in a way. So dude had on these really thick glasses, right? But I could see that one of his eyes was kind of closed shut or something, or it's not functioning. Okay. Iyanla said, "You running around here with half blind, and at the same time you are living half truths." And she said, because of the way that my father was with me, that's why I turned to older men seeking that guidance and stuff. She says, I got pregnant at 14 and, ended up having to have an abortion, and I thought my father would be there for me. One of the things that disturbs me in general are men that run from responsibility of being fathers to their children. Daughters especially need that father figure too. There's always this big focus for boys to have men in their lives, but guess what? Girls need men in their lives too, because some of us make piss poor decisions because we now have daddy issues because we don't understand why our daddies don't want us or want to be with us or deal with us. It's a very painful process to go through. And like Lyra Galore says, she said her father taught her that men can be very cold and that they will walk away from a situation and not give a damn about anybody. And that's true. Some men do. They do it all the time. They quick to drop their seed and leave and never think another thing about it and the effects it's going to have on that child until they see them on TV or something. Oh, look, that's my baby. Oh, now that's your baby. Now that's your baby. But when they were a baby, you ran away. Okay. Let's see what else happened on this episode. This other dude, y'all remember Eva Pickford, aka Eva Marcel, America's Next Top Model. She won, and then she kind of just been doing the damn thing. Well, I don't know if y'all remember, about a year or two ago, she was in the news because she had to file a restraining order against her fiance / baby daddy, some dude named Kevin. I don't know. I don't remember his last name. But either way, he has anger issues. He blames his father for his anger issues. He says that his dad would whoop him with a belt and then explained to him why he whipped him. And you know, he was like, it was just the way I was raised. I was like, I was whipped with a belt. As a matter of fact, I also got whipped with what they call weeping willow switches. And I'm not aggressive. So there's got to be more to the story. Your dad must have been like brutally, brutal with you. I mean, there's not too many people I know in my generation where we didn't get our butts beat every now and then for getting out of line, because our parents' whole thing was we rather beat you at home than let you get beat in the street. And I can honestly say these days that's kind of what's going on now, is that because the government has taken so much power away from parenting. And it amazes me how they want to protect people, but then they'll kill you in the street. I don't know, I'm going off on a tangent, but y'all know what I'm getting at. Y'all know what I'm getting at. Let's see who else was on here. So Kevin, when they were trying, like this one dude, Tyrone, he's really there. He's really spirited about doing the work and getting better, because he said he's a habitual cheater. And so, but he was all about, let's be brothers, let's come together. And so they were trying to help Terrence work through his issues. And, in the midst of that, Terrence is resistant, who is Lyra Galore's daddy, talking about, y'all don't know me. You don't know me. She don't know me. She's like, I got your child and now I got you. So you need to do this. I don't have to do anything. He was like, yo. And then next thing you know, people were like, somebody said you shut up. You talk too much. And then that's when Kevin, Eva Marcel's former fiance, made some statement about, what did he say? He said, where you from, man? And he was like, I'm from L.A. Tyrone says, I'm from L.A. And he goes, well, you don't seem like it. You seem a little soft. You seem like one of the real nice guys. I said, so what you trying to say, just because he's from South Central, he's supposed to be all whore? I mean, like, what you trying to say, he gay? I mean, and if he is, why is that a problem for you? I mean, it just really was a crazy episode, and I just really feel bad for Lyra Galore, because I'm like, yo, daddy just don't give a damn at all. Ileana Van Zandt has them do this exercise where they have to put these labels on themselves and say who they are, whatever. And so Mike McRae, a.k.a. Bass from Boyz II Men, said, I want to put away arrogance. And he said, if you know me, that's very hard for me to admit that I'm arrogant. And in my mind, I was thinking, once the episode really got underway, I said, maybe y'all need to put the label of arrogance to Terrence, because he is very arrogant. I mean, he really was not here for it. And like she said, there were going to be times in the house that you are going to get mad at me, and I want you to get mad because I hope that energy motivates you to want to do better. And I was like, okay, girl, that's, hey. And honestly, with Terrence, I thought that Ilyana Van Zant should have considered doing a separate show with him. I think that he is one of those, like if you've ever done group therapy, sometimes you will work with the therapist on an individual basis. And then what happens is they may make the determination if maybe, okay, well, maybe we're in a good place. Maybe we can move you over to group. Because there's some people that are just those cases. And I really think Ilyana Van Zant should do a Lyra Galore and Terrence Washington special. I just really think that would be best. They did some sort of exercise where they were trying to team building exercise on how to get over, pretend it's a live wire and everybody get over. And I don't know what happened, but the one dude, I don't know what his name is, but he had labeled himself lost. He all of a sudden was like, yo, can nobody tell me what to do? And I'm just like, okay, Iyanna, he having a meltdown over here. He help him. Somebody help him. Iyanna Van Zant also did an exercise with them. Well, actually, she said, can we all commit to being here? Everybody said yes, except guess who? Terrence, Lyra Galore's daddy. I said, and that's when we knew, and that's why throughout the episode he said, if you notice, if you were paying attention, Miss Iyanna, I didn't say I was gonna stay. I was like, you know what, you need Jesus, and apparently he knows Jesus and the pardon of his sins. There was another dude on there. What was his name? I might be calling him by the wrong name. Shoot, there was a 38-year-old dude on here. Clarence, that's who it is. Clarence, very attractive black male. Problem with him is that he's been in and out of the prison system since 17 and he is now 38. I said, that's another thing I have a problem with. Why we gotta lock up the good looking people? Is that wrong? Probably is. But I'm like, if you knew how handsome you were, how gorgeous you are, I don't know. But some people just don't know their worth. I don't know. Mike came out and admitted that he has multiple sclerosis, MS. I think that's how I'm saying it right. But for the longest, for years, they say he had scoliosis, which is a weird, the bend of the spine. It curves somewhat, and so I thought for years everybody knew that he had a back, scoliosis. But then when he said MS, I was like, I don't think he ever said it was MS. And he said he became depressed. He said that he's there because he really wants to be able to get over what happened with the group and also not be in a room with them and want to choke them. I said, oh, choke them. Okay. They had some sort of ceremony where they blessed themselves with some blessed oil, and they had a breakthrough with Terrence, seemingly. I said, God, miracles happen every day. Amen. But I think that Iyanna, there are a couple of quotes that she said that I really liked. One was, you cannot heal what you refuse to acknowledge. And that's true. If you can't admit that there's a problem, you won't get better. Terrence got mad at Iyanna Van Zant and told her, you don't even know my daughter. I was like, truth of the matter is, you don't know her either, because according to her, she don't know you and you don't know her. Devon Franklin came in and talked to the brothers. They were excited to see him. They were receptive to him. Maybe Iyanna Van Zant might want to also consider bringing in male counterparts. I wouldn't say Dr. Phil, but maybe somebody. One of the girls and I that go back and forth, her name is One Real Girl Writer on Twitter. She said 2 more episodes with this house. I hope the men who want to get it. Terrence needs private help, not group help, and I agree. One chick, Ariel Shante, said, bruh, this episode making me feel blessed to be single. Don't want to accidentally run into men like this. Lord, shield me. Okay, I said, I know that's right, because some of these men, they were team too much, okay? That one in particular, like, basically, you can't heal what you don't want to acknowledge. Okay, A lot of people aren't on here, so y'all can comment down below. Another man that probably needs to be in the Ilyana Van Zant's Fix My Life House of Healing is Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy, earlier this week sparked a conversation. People were saying, oh, we shouldn't acknowledge it. He's not referring to us. It's da-da-da-da. Okay, that's great that he's not referring to some of us. Like, I know he wasn't referring to me because I know I'm not a hoe. Okay. Shoot, if I was, I definitely wouldn't have student loans. Either way, and I definitely would have a nice view of LA paid for. Either way, what I'm trying to say is this, is that despite the very low blow that Trick Daddy tried to throw, from his ignorance, we got good intellectual conversations about what Malcolm X said many, many years ago about black women and how we are the most disrespected women. He said in America, but in some ways I think we're just the most disrespected women in the world sometimes. But I like how this one girl, I forgot what her name was, I want to say it was Kim Foster, said that it is nice to know, Trick Daddy, that in your world, essentially, and just for a lot of people, what have we known about black women for years? Even Janet Jackson talked about it years ago, about how for so long her backside she viewed as a curse, all because her ballet teacher told her she was fat. And she needed to tuck her butt in during her ballet class. We have big butts a lot of times. We have full lips. We're very curvy. And now we have women like Kim Kardashian and others. Well, no, Amber Rose is black. She's Cape Verdean. I don't know, but there's a few. They're going to get butt implants and all this stuff. I have an ass. I ain't got to worry about going to get no implants. But, and then he said something about y'all, what he said, you black hoes better tighten up because these Mexican and white hoes are looking mighty spiffy. And if they fuck around and learn, or some mess around and learn how to make fried chicken, then y'all are going to be in trouble. And I'm like, first of all, why are you still eating fried chicken in your condition? You have lupus. You need to eat a diet that will keep that stuff from flaring up. That's why I'm going to give you a pass and assume that maybe the prednisone or something you own, it messed up your brain. Because right now, and you know what? If the white women and the Mexican women want your ass, they can have your ass. Because like somebody said on Twitter, one of my friends said, somebody said he looked like the Mucinex germ. I was like, go crawl back in the Mucinex box. You look like someone out of the swamp. I mean, but it just don't make any sense. And given what is going on right now in this country, why would you come on and say something like that? And honestly, when he referred to people as hoes, he probably was talking about all black women just because that's what he knows. He's ignorant as hell. He know hoes. That's all he know. I personally recommended him go down there to the Home Depot and get him some hoes. But again, my point is this, is that despite what Trick Daddy said, many of us know that we are not that. Number one, we are not hoes. Number two, I think it was very good to start a conversation about all the things that's wrong and why you shouldn't refer to a black woman, no matter who she is, as a hoe. I also really wish that some of us would stop referring to each other as bitches, but I know that's a work in progress. But I'm just saying, I just really think that it would be nicer if we would just refer to each other as boss lady or something. Shout out to Jill Scott for that. Let's see what else is going on. I really don't like talking about them, but quite frankly, let's talk about them. Kardashians. As you know, the rumor mill has been circulating for a long time that Khloe Kardashian is in a relationship with basketball player Tristan Johnson, I believe. Well, word on the street is that King James, aka LeBron James, has advised Tristan to keep his Kardashian away from the Cleveland Cavaliers. The king has spoken. You, son, might want to separate yourself. King James ain't stupid. He knows. There is something about them Kris Jenner girls that will mess up a man's world. Look at Lamar. Down there to the brothel. Damn near dead to the bed. Shout out to Funky Diva. They're like sirens. They're like Homer's Odyssey. I'm telling you. And then the other thing that was in the news, and I want to tell BET, y'all really trying to push the envelope. I'm sorry, but Kanye, was in his feelings last week about, the fact that Jay-Z and Beyonce don't really kick it with them. I'm like, honestly, there's too much drama that surrounds you guys. Anyway, number one, Kanye, we just never know when you're going to go off your meds. I mean, that's just fact. Kim was hiding out after she allegedly was robbed in Paris. And, now all of a sudden they back, it was suspended from filming. Now all of a sudden they back filming. They're keeping up with the Kardashian show again. It's just one of those things where it's like, I just can't take y'all seriously. Beyonce and Jay-Z, they just kind of want to raise their daughter in an environment where, we're superstars and we live this lavish lifestyle, but we also kind of going to create a pillar of normalcy around our child. BET published an article saying that we should, reasons why North and Blue Ivy should hang out. And I was like, no. In pictures, yes, their lives look parallel, but on the real, with the set of parents that they got, it's totally, totally different. Okay? So let's just be real. Oh, and that's the other thing this week. They were trying to say that Beyonce doesn't care for Kim Kardashian. And I'm like, how is that a secret? We've known that for years. That Beyonce personally doesn't care. I mean, and then somebody posted under B. Scott's thing about, oh, well, Beyonce doesn't like anyone who she sees as competition. In what century? On what day would Beyonce ever see Kim Kardashian as competition? Beyonce has been working since she could remember to become an entertainer. Okay? That's all she knew. Her daddy helped to get there. Her mama and daddy helped to get there. Her and her little friends. And now everybody's got it going on. Well, at least those two of them do, Beyonce and Kelly. Well, LaToya has a really good acting career. She's actually been, Latavia, I don't know. I don't know. And then, Michelle, I kind of just don't, I'm just not really a Michelle fan. I just think that she must be really good at harmonizing. I don't think she's a vocalist. That's just my opinion. And then, what was her name? Farrah Franklin or whatever her name is. She was just a hot mess. She was in there for a hot second. There was another girl, too, at one point. But either way, I think, they did a good job. And Beyonce works really hard. Kim came up. First of all, Kim came from a wealthy family. Let us not forget that, because her father worked very hard as an attorney to make sure that his family was taken care of. Not to mention, I think he also started a marketing firm prior to his death. Kim really, really became famous just because of a sex tape. And that's how she blew up. Yeah, her name is a brand. It's a product, whatever you can say. But at the same time, can you truly say? It's almost like trying to say what Donald Trump has been saying about himself these days. It's so easy for you to say how easy it is to do the things you do when your father will give you $1 million to start your own business. Silver spoon versus... Because, they were middle class, suburban. Beyonce's family, her mom did hair, and her dad worked for, he was like a businessman or something. I can't remember exactly what Matthew did. But, please stop trying to compare them and force, people won't things that just aren't, it's just not steeped in reality. I'm sorry. And I know one of my friends rides really hard for the Kardashians. That's on her. I'm not a fan. Sorry. I just don't see the talent. Honestly, Kim Before she got involved with Kanye, I will give her this. She could dress her ass off. Now she just running around looking like somebody down on Skid Row that actually went to the laundromat. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know who this young man is, and I'd seen him on the screen before. Kevin Gates. Apparently, I guess Kevin Gates must have assaulted a fan or something, and he's going to jail for some time for it. And I guess he's also one of those black people that like to say all lives matter. So either way, he going to jail. Because I guess he was on stage performing, and some girl reached out for him. On Thursday, October 27th, Kevin Gates received 6 months in jail for assaulting a female fan. When the girl was trying to reach out and touch him, he brutally kicked her in the chest while he was on stage. So he got 6 months in jail, and people were like, he needed to get a shorter jail sentence. His sympathizers have rallied behind him, pointing to the fact that the judge was overly punitive. The prosecution recommended only 60 days in jail. And Brock Turner, the white teenager who received 90 days for raping a fellow student. Again, these are two different jurisdictions. I wish people would realize that. Oh my God. This was Florida. Stanford happened in California. But either way, maybe it was too much. But you know what? Judges will do that. They will pull up quick. I had something like that happen in my family. The prosecution recommended essentially like probation. And shit, the judge threw the book. So he was like 10 years. I was like, God damn. Okay. So anyway, if y'all know who Kevin Gates is, I really don't know. I can't tell you a song he's done. I just remember seeing him in the news feed at one point being accused of using the term all lives matter. In music news, Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars, it was bound to happen, honey. You know, I mean, if y'all didn't learn anything from T.I. and Robin Thicke, y'all should know. I'm just going to tell you this. I heard Tank on the radio talk about it, and I said that's the wisest thing he could have done. That one song that he had that kind of sounded like the Jacksons' Heartbreak Hotel, he wrote it, and then one of his friends listened to it, and he was like, dude, that's the Jacksons. That's Michael. And so he went and got clearance. He got the licensing because the song sounds a lot like Heartbreak Hotel. Welcome to Heartbreak Hotel. Hey, I gotta go put that on before I go to bed tonight. I'm gonna put that on. I like that song. Living Sin. Just like I like Hotel California. Maybe I just like most things that have hotel in it. I don't know. I like this too. But either way, they are being sued because it sounds a little bit like a Minneapolis song by The Time. And I remember when I heard it too, I kind of was like, Uptown Funk sounds a lot like that Prince The Time, Minneapolis Time. The complaint states that upon and belief, many of the main instrumental attributes and themes of Uptown Funk are deliberately and clearly copied from young girls, including but not limited to the distinct, funky, specifically noted and timed consistent guitar riffs present throughout the compositions, virtually if not identical bass notes and sequence, rhythm, structure, crescendo of horns and synthesizers, rendering the compositions almost indistinguishable if played over each other and strikingly similar if played in consecutively. So let's see how this lawsuit ends up. Will it be another actually it's by some group called Collage, young girls. But we all thought it sounded like it was a Minnesota song anyways, and I said it too, and I was like, but okay. But I said if they getting away with it, folk letting them ride with it, well, hey, do your thing, hey, okay. I think I haven't read up on it, and my friend Katrina reached out to me. But as you know, there is a huge confrontation going on right now in North Dakota about the pipeline. And the Native Americans are standing up for their land rights, I believe. And so people are being arrested and it's just gotten really, really ugly. And I'm just wondering, is there ever going to be any justice for any minorities in this country? And the reason why I say that is because the Oregon people that had that standoff, what was it, earlier this year, last year, charges got dropped. They got off. And I'm like, how is it that the people, it's another federal case, how is it that the people in North Dakota are being arrested and brutalized for standing up against, injustices on their land, but you let the people with guns and everything else get off? I don't understand that. And I'm trying to find this story too, because I wanted to pull it up. Oh, and just recently today, B. Scott posted a story about this woman who was at a casino, and the computer says she won $43 million. And the casino tried to say that, no, you didn't. That was a malfunction. Katrina Bookman was playing a slot machine back in August at Resorts World Casino in New York when her life changed, or so she thought. She took a selfie as the machine says she hit a jackpot of $42.9 million. Chaos ensued. She was soon surrounded by customers, casino personnel, and security, all reacting to her win. Katrina was then escorted off the casino floor and was told to return the following day for her winnings. When she returned, the casino told her that the machine malfunctioned and that she didn't win a single thing. I said, what did I win? And he said, you didn't win anything. And the bookman said the only thing the casino offered her was a steak dinner. The New York State Gaming Commission said Bookman's slot machine malfunction void, all pays and plays. They win and the house doesn't want to pay out. To me, that's unfair, said the lady's attorney. So that's interesting. I'm just like, pay the lady, because if it says $43 million, but if I was to lose even $43 and I say, hey, this machine malfunctioned, y'all would fight me for that. I don't get that. So pay her. So I'll be paying attention to that case. Here it is. The Standing Rock protesters are being arrested while the Bundy idiots are being set free. So apparently a jury declared those involved in the Oregon standoff innocent, while those involved in the Black Lives Matter movement are still called terrorists by the right-wingers who stand with the Bundy family's occupation of government lands. Others online were simply disgusted that those protesting on native lands at Standing Rock are being carted away in police vans while the Buddy family, whatever they are, and their allies are walking free. Double standards. Always remember that. And these are people that didn't immigrate here. They were here. They're descendants of those. Also, my friend was telling me, I guess there's a baseball team, the Indians. And I'll have to research this story a little bit more. But apparently, just like blackface is probably going to be in for Halloween, red face is also in, and it's offensive, people. Please don't do that. Please, please. No blackface, no red face. Can we just not do that? Too many people take offense to it. There was a time when it was kind of just accepted because that's just what it was, because most of us were ignorant. But now people are wiser, and y'all should grow up. I mean, I don't get why you would do that. Just like there was some fan at a Wisconsin game in an Obama outfit or a costume with a noose around his neck. I mean, what are you trying to say? It's just really disturbing how this world is, and just how maddening it is. And what I find interesting, I was thinking about this to myself. I said, never have I seen in almost my 40 years how one man can cause everybody to fall out the closet and be as racist and nasty as they want to be. But what's even more interesting about it is that it has made people aware. More people have become woke and realize that, number one, the federal government really does not have a lot of power. They have a lot of power and influence, but at the same time, they don't. There's something called the 10th Amendment. You should read up on it. Really, it's the local government that has the power to bring about the change that you seek and you need. Now, there ain't nothing we can really do about federal taxes. There's not a lot we can do about certain federal regulations. But there are a lot of things we can do about to stop things like these police brutalities, these injustices. I also noticed that a couple of people, and don't be offended, I'm just going to make a note of, I just want to give you food for thought. A lot of people dread jury duty. I don't know. I know different strokes for different folks when it comes to these companies compensating us. So if you're not being compensated, at your job, or they don't pay you for the time you're away, I don't know what the rules are. I just know that my organization does pay. But I think that if you want to see change, you should want to participate in that process. How else are we going to keep prosecutors and attorneys honest? How are we going to keep scum off the streets and let good people go free? This is part of the process. This is part of the problem that we have. People get excited. I don't have jury duty. I personally am excited about jury duty as long as it's a criminal case. I ain't gonna lie, civil is boring as hell unless it's really good when the folk are really like fighting in the courtroom. Okay. Either way, I just want to encourage everyone, when you get jury duty, don't dread it. Just look at it as doing your part. That's all I'm gonna say. So please don't think that I'm talking just about you. I think that's all I really want to talk about. I survived Costco today. Got my barbacoa. I'm so excited. I can get down like Chipotle, but without my girlfriend Listeria showing up. I don't know. I should look in on Chipotle's stock prices back then when all of that first happened. But anyways, I know this video is long, and I wanted to address that too. Someone inboxed me about, the fact that, my videos are long, and I should consider cutting them down because, you get more viewers. Thank you. But the reason why I do this is that it's therapeutic for me. I am stressed out. I have a lot of concerns going on about making decisions about my future. And so I just get on here. And another reason why is because my friend's son, and I will always say he's one of the main reasons why I even started back doing videos, because honestly, I have no interest in doing stand-up like I used to. I still want to do it, but not at the level I was doing it. And plus, I had some health setbacks too, so that kind of made me have to sit down and, slow down, because I'm leaving work. I'm running to an open mic, trying to get there on time so I don't have to sit there all night because I've got to go to work in the morning. So for me, it's very therapeutic to do these videos. If you don't want to watch them, that's fine. If you don't want to watch me do live videos, that's fine too. I still love you. So I just wanted to put that out there that yes, I'm aware some of my videos are longer than others, but I just do this for therapy. And plus, I usually go in and edit my videos for YouTube too and try to cut them down as much as possible. And plus, oh my God, there are so many people out there that do way longer videos than mine. Like some of my favorite YouTubers, oh my God, Ashley Miller, Thick Chick, who else do I watch? Sometimes Justin J will do, but I enjoy them because it's almost like it's like listening to 1 hour of talk radio, basically, is what it is. Because it's not like you're acting or anything, and that's how I look at it. So, anywho, that's neither here nor there. But again, I appreciate, the constructive criticism, but I just wanted to explain verbally why it is I do what I do and how I operate, because some people may not be aware that that's why I do it. Like I said, it's therapeutic. it's a stress reliever for me. For some reason, when I get on here, like, there could be a tense, and I could feel so tense. But then once I start talking, the camera's on, I'm good. Blood pressure drops. It's great. So that's all I've got. Tracy, my sister from another, is what. I'm sorry, girl, but I had to. Whew. I had to conduct personal hygiene. And then Miss Pumpkin needed to go outside, honey. You know, she Queen Pumpkin. She punked me today. I'm sitting here typing. This heifer jumped on my chest and just kind of punched me in the chest. And then I was like, what do you want? So I put my computer down. She gets in my lap and just lays there like, that's all I really wanted. I'm telling you, these little dogs are like little humans. But Miss Pumpkin is the boss of this house, so hey, we gotta get information with Miss Pumpkin. Y'all know I love dogs, so I can't help it. Anyways, I'm gonna log off. Comment down below if there's other topics. I think I'm gonna try to do a Diva Disturbed on Friday or Saturday night. Hell, I haven't even finished editing the one from last week, and I'll try to get that up, and then this one will get up at some point. Trying to keep up with these videos. I have more time. Hell, it's not like I'm teaching online anymore, so it's not like I don't. Well, that's neither here nor there, and that really bothers me. Anywho, I will talk to you guys later. Y'all have a great night. Have a great weekend, and hey, holla.